sorry, descend by star 6000, runway 34. Expect approach 1, public speed, report Mach number. Okay, back. 1437, clear.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of the series in Basic Airliner Flying, where this episode will focus on flight planning a typical Melbourne to Sydney flight, connecting to the network and clearance delivery, and what new pilots should expect prior to joining the network. This series will also provide tips and tricks, so sit back, relax, and let's get the show started.
7 Juliet, thanks. Runway 16 right, expected descend official approach, descend by star to 6000.
Before we even start up the sim, we first need to make sure we have our route and airport charts set up. For routing, I'd recommend use SimBrief. It's a free and easy tool that allows us to find routes, but also it provides us the amount of fuel we need for our aircraft, cruising altitudes, and much more. Alternatively, we can use the VATPAC's ATC Assist tool, which also provides us with different types of routing for different types of aircraft, such as jets and non-jets for those who wish to simulate those type of flying. For today, we'll just stick with the jets.
From approach, can you accept runway 16 left?
Cancel start and left heading at 030.
0, let's go. Jetstar 10-0, they prefer you on 16 left if you can manage that.
Tools such as SimBrief allows users to pre-file their flight plans beforehand. Simply scroll down to the pre-file to network and click on the VATSIM pre-file box. It will take you to the VATSIM flight plan website. Call signs in VATSIM should only be a 3-digit ICAO code and not a 2-digit IATA code. A list of the most common Australian ICAO codes will be listed shortly.
Sorry for the delay in the turn there. There was just another aircraft back down right official path. Report to the website.
Double check the routing is correct and then click on File Plan. For charts, Air Services Australia provides aerodrome and procedure charts for free which everyone can use. Alternatively, ChartFox provides those charts in a more organised form factor. Links to these resources will be provided in the description box below along with the routing we are taking for today. Now that you have everything sorted, let's launch and connect to the network. To connect to the network, ensure that you have the latest version of vPilot or XPilot installed. Make sure the call sign is the same from your pre-filed route. Next, the aircraft code should be relatively straightforward. Today we'll be flying the Boeing 737-800, so we'll put in the box Bravo 738 and select from the text box below. SALCAL can be put in here, however, since SALCAL is only really used in Australian Airspace, there's no requirement to fill in this box as we are flying in radar airspace.
Slide 1 approach you with me.
Decimal 80, just 533.
The controls list shows which ATC services are available.
Lofty 810, turn right, resume navigation, track direct. That's virtually more for the meantime. I have direct shorting momentarily.
During busy events, the controllers list will be filled with a bunch of ATC positions, but finding the correct call sign to contact is very simple. The first 2 letters of the call sign is the location of the ATC station. To find the correct station to contact, a simple trick is to derive the last 2 letters of the airport's ICAO code. For example, Melbourne's last 2 letters are ML, therefore all Melbourne-based ATC call signs start with ML, with the last 3 letters being the positions. DEL, which stands for delivery, are responsible for clearances. G&D for ground are responsible for taxi. TWR for tower, which are responsible for the runways. APP/DEP or approach and departures are responsible for arrivals and departures for busy aerodromes. And CTR for center, which looks after airborne aircraft that are not covered by approach or departures which are en route to their destinations. If we have a look again at the controllers list, we can see that Melbourne delivery, ground, tower, approach and center is online. Note, when there are only en route positions online, most controllers will extend to other areas. To find out if the area you are flying is covered, simply double clicking on the controller's call sign will display the controller info and the areas they are extending. Moreover, on the VATPAC website there is a map that illustrates the areas that are being extended. If you are unsure, simply asking them via private message should clear up any confusion you may have.
190 expecting.
550 request for the climb to 380.
Lofty 8.
In VATSIM, ATC services are provided in a top-down style. For example, if there are no clearance delivery controllers, ground will provide those services. If there are no ground controller, then the tower will provide those services as well. If there are no tower controllers, approach will cover tower and all other aerodrome related services. If there are no approach, well, the en route controller will provide all the services previously mentioned. Once we have set up and configured our aircraft, let's get our airways clearance. Since delivery is online, we'll tune into their frequency and contact them first for our airways clearance. Note: before transmitting on the frequency, practice proper radio etiquette by first waiting a couple seconds to ensure you're not interrupting or stepping on anyone that is currently transmitting. Melbourne delivery, velocity 318 to Sydney, request clearance.
Velocity 318, Melbourne delivery, cleared Sydney, Docile plan route, runway 34, Docile 1 departure, climb for 5000, score 4441, departure frequency 132.0.
Cleared Sydney, Docile plan route, runway 34, Docile 1 departure, climb via set to 5000, score 4441, departure frequency 132.0, Bay Echo 8, velocity 318.
Velocity 318, when ready, contact ground 121.7 for push, g'day.
When ready, ground 121.7 for push, velocity 318, g'day. During busy periods, controllers may issue a pre-departure clearance, or a PDC. Instead of a voice clearance, this clearance will be sent to you via text. Melbourne delivery, velocity 318, PDC feedback.
Velocity 318, go ahead.
Docile 1 departure, squawk 4441, Bay number Echo 8, velocity 318.
Velocity 318, when ready, contact ground 121.7 for push, g'day.
When ready, ground 121.7 for push, velocity 318, g'day. Thanks for sticking to the end, as this concludes today's episode on flight planning, connecting to the VATSIM network, and clearance delivery, as the next episode will focus on taxiing and takeoff. As always, if you have any questions, make sure you ask them in the VATPAT Discord. As for now, I'll see you in the next one.